Hello people, this is the BookTube Newbie Tag 2.0, okay? I was tagged by Steve Donahue, thanks Steve, and I'm not sure why this is called the BookTube Newbie Tag, because it seems to be a tag geared towards people who have had a channel for some time, so I don't quite get it, but who cares? I thought it was quite timely because recently here on my own channel, I hit 4,000 subscribers. Continued thanks to everybody who continues to watch, continues to comment and participate in, the content that I put out. No matter how irregular it may be. So thank you very much. And yeah, these are a series of questions, of course, related to BookTube. We're gonna run through them really quick, so here we go. Question 1 is, what genres would you like to see talked about more on BookTube? I have no opinion on this, really. I'm up for any genres. Obviously, BookTube is dominated by the young adult community, okay? And that whole side of BookTube is an absolute dumpster fire. I'm sorry, it really is. And it's not because of the books necessarily being read, it's just more the way those videos seem to be put out, which I won't go into, but I don't know. It's offensive to my palate, okay? Both visually and sonically, it's offensive. So luckily, it's easy enough to avoid all that mess, and the underbelly of BookTube, which is pretty much everyone else, I really love. So genre-wise, I'm up for anything, but obviously I tend to skip the young adult. Question 2 is, what do you feel is the best way to make friends on BookTube? We have to settle for this. We have to get dramatic. I didn't come here to make friends, okay? Question 3, what do you enjoy the most about making BookTube videos? That's tough to say. Probably the community aspect, the internet, and especially YouTube, is such an angry, for the most part, unenjoyable place. and BookTube and the book community and everything by far has been the most positive experience I've had while online. And the fact that I can put out this content and get such a robust and positive response has just been the greatest fun for me. So definitely the community aspect. Question 4 is, what do you least look forward to when making BookTube videos? That's probably the filming part, simply because it is inherently bizarre sitting alone with a camera and talking to it, and it never quite goes away. I will say I don't mind the editing part. I saw quite a few people do this tag where they kind of discredit people who do severe edits, and I understand that to a point. Some people chop their videos up to a very kind of extreme level, but to me, this is a visual medium. It's the 21st century. People don't have time to sit and listen to you, no matter how interesting you are, for 20 plus minutes. So the editing part is something I'm always interested and always working on and trying to improve. I'm not always good at it. But yeah, I don't mind the editing part, but the actual filming process is a little bit of a pain. So yeah. Question 5 is, what videos other than tags, TBRs, wrap-ups, reviews, and recommendations would you want to see more of? I don't quite know what else there is. I know there's the dreaded reading vlogs. You know how I feel about that. But I don't know. Maybe should I start doing reading vlogs? Let me know, because maybe it's something I need to tap into. Hey guys, what's going on? Just kicking it. I think it's like 8 in the evening or something, and it's been like I don't know, like a 3-star mental health day. So yeah, I'm just focusing on some self-care, and yeah, I just finished The Golden Bowl by Henry James. Took a couple hours to read. I don't really know what it's about, but it was okay. Yeah, it's been a rough one with baby Checkers. She's been extremely emotionally manipulative today, but at the same time, she's all I got. So yeah, we'll work through it. Otherwise, Probably gonna go emotionally eat, have a toaster strudel, maybe. I don't know whether I'm gonna film that or not, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Question number 6 is, what are some themes you want to see more or less of in books? This is a boring question. I'm going to pass. Question 7, what are some of your BookTube goals? 3 main goals I have. 1 is to do more reviews. 2 is to continue on with some series on my channel, including the personal library series. I also would like to do more videos related to books and film. Film is something I'm very passionate about. I used to be a lot more passionate about it, and I would like to kind of integrate it into my channel. Definitely connected to books, though. You know, I don't want it to make it like a film/book channel, but yeah. And then the final thing is just to be more consistent with my uploading, which is probably my weakest point. So yeah, those are the goals. Question 8, what advice would you give to a booktuber that has just created a channel? Again, I saw a lot of people answer this question with, just be yourself. And, you know, no, if yourself is not that interesting, I don't want to watch it. But, and it's the internet. Who cares? Be who you want to be. But yeah, my biggest advice for a new booktuber is to really treasure and value your own personal taste in regards to reading. And, you know, reading is such a personal and important part of my life. And BookTube, to relation to that, has always just been more of an extroverted celebration of a very introverted activity, okay? So it's been more of me coming on here and reporting to you on you know, a pastime of mine that I take very seriously and means a lot to me. And I see so many people come onto BookTube, and I think they get very attracted by the community aspect of it. So they start a channel and they go out and they buy, you know, the same 10 books that every other booktuber is propping up, and they do a haul and they get all excited. And then a lot of the times you'll see their channel kind of fizzle out, because once you do that, there does come a point where you have to, you know, close your laptop and shut off your phone, and it's going to be you and the text. Right? And if you don't treasure that time and you're just flippantly buying stuff because you want to prop it up on the internet, it's going to be a miserable experience, not only for yourself, but for the people who watch you. And I'm not saying that, you know, you have to purposely go out of your way to read what other people are not reading. There's nothing wrong with being inspired to pick something up. But I think staying true to your own taste is the biggest way you'll attract an audience. And I'm proof, not to say that my channel is huge, but I'm definitely proof that you can stay true to your own individual taste and still attract a somewhat large audience. So yeah, staying true to your own reading taste will be the best thing for you and your channel. So there you go. Question 9 is, what are some qualities or traits that you look for when it comes to watching other booktubers? And this of course connects to the last question, which is that I just want to watch real readers, real passionate readers. And, you know, it's funny because if I look at, you know, I'd say about 85% of the people that I watch and subscribe to, probably 85% of them are reading things that are outside my taste, or that I have, you know, little interest in reading myself. But that I love to watch because of their insightfulness and their enthusiasm for any given book. So I'll quickly randomly mention 3 people that kind of fit that. The first I'll mention is Jennifer over at Insert Literary Pun here. I love Jennifer. I think she's one of the best channels, and you know, our reading taste crosses paths sometimes, but Jennifer definitely reads more contemporary than I do. She definitely reads more new releases. She's also really interested in literary prizes, which I am not. But it doesn't matter, because whether, you know, she's reading a hyped book or an underhyped book or a prize winner or whatever, you can tell that she reads for herself, and the way she talks about books is just so smart. that, you know, I enjoy whatever she's talking about. So Jennifer is a good example of that. Another one is Eric at The Lonesome Reader. Eric's another one who reads mostly new releases. He's also, you know, he runs a blog that's very popular, and he's very active within the writing or, you know, the author community in terms of going to events and talking to authors and everything. And that's definitely not my thing either. I have tried to reach out to Thomas Hardy, but I'm pretty sure he has blocked me off Twitter. But yeah, again, even if I'm not super interested in all the new releases, I still love knowing them and having them on my radar. And again, Eric's just so passionate and good at talking about the books that he's reading, along with the events that he goes to and everything, that I love watching him. Finally, I wanted to mention Jess at Garden Scriptorium, who, out of the three people I mentioned, I probably have the most, you know, connected taste with in terms of reading. Jess is an incredibly smart woman. She's a professor at a college in Utah. She is one, and her videos are very long, but I stick with Jess. I love hearing her talk. And she also is heavily into historical fiction, which I barely dip into. But once again, even if I have no interest in it, I love knowing about those books, and especially having someone like Jess describe them. And knowing about those books, even on a surface level, is such a gift that, you know, I get from watching BookTube. So Jess is another one, and I could go through dozens of people. Those are just a few examples. But yeah, again, it's not about the books, really. It's about the people and their intention when reading. Question 10 is, what is a fun fact about you or a hobby besides reading and writing that people on BookTube might not know you have? I don't know. I don't know how to answer this. I'm endlessly fascinating people. But actually, a few months ago, there was a tag going around called the Anything But Books tag, which I did do. It was like a series of questions, or non-bookish questions. So if you want to know some random things, I'll put a link to that video. And then finally, which booktubers do you tag? I want to tag the people that I mentioned. I think Jess has already done this, so I definitely want to tag Jen at insert literary pun here, Eric at The Lonesome Reader, and I'll also tag Richard at Richard Reads. I'd love to hear all your answers. That's it, people. Thank you again for 4,000 subscribers. Unbelievable. And I will talk to you soon, okay? It's so hot in here. I need to hydrate.